In this video we are going to take a look at the No Limit 1550, a steel-hulled offshore cruiser built in the Netherlands by a yard with serious commercial pedigree. No Limit ships started out building vessels for tough North Sea conditions, and the design of this motor yacht is based directly on a Dutch KNRM search and rescue vessel. It's got the same deep V hull form, the same heavy gauge plating, 6mm thick steel below the waterline, and the same focus on seaworthiness. She is powered by twin Volvo Penta D9s pushing 575 horsepower each, giving her a top speed of 25 knots. But it's not just the spec sheet that matters here. This boat has proven herself. She's already crossed the Atlantic twice, from Europe to Iceland, Greenland and Newfoundland, down the US East Coast to the Bahamas and Bermuda, and then back across the Atlantic. This impressive steel-hulled boat is built for serious passage making, and in this video I'm going to show you around this incredible boat. Welcome back to the channel. This is a boat I've been really blown away by, and I can't wait to go and film their sister ship in a minute. The bigger version of this boat. I think many of you would agree that this is a very capable boat, and she's already proven her worth in terms of the voyages that the current owners have already done with her. Really impressive. Before I do show you around, please don't forget to give the video a like. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well. I really do appreciate it. We are almost at the 100,000 subscriber mark, so we're almost there. With your help I can just get across that line. Don't forget to check out my free newsletter. I often write about what I'm doing in between filming, and I write about what's going on in the world of explorer, trawler and expedition yachts as well. So don't forget to check out my newsletter. I'll leave a QR code on the screen because I know a lot of you watch my videos on a TV, so just scan that, or failing that you can also subscribe to it via the link that I'll leave pinned in the comments and in the video description as well. But anyway, let's crack on with the boat tour. I can't wait to show you around. So welcome back to the channel. Yet again I've been blessed with another sunny day here in the Netherlands. So I'm going to take you on board this boat, the No Limit 1550. Now if you follow me on social media, I'm pretty sure you probably would have seen one of my reels or one of my YouTube stories about this boat. She is so incredible, and she comes from a really thorough pedigree in terms of very capable offshore boats that you can pretty much use all year round, and hence the name No Limit Ships. But as you can tell, I'm really excited to jump on board and show you around. We'll go in the engine room. I'll show you around the accommodation on board this boat. Before we do go on board, something that I want to point out, and something that I know a lot of you will have a lot of respect for, is the fact that this boat has done the trip that you can see on that board there. So she started in the Netherlands, hopped over to the UK, went up to Iceland, then over to Greenland, over to Vancouver, and look, she navigated down the east coast of America all the way down to the Bahamas before hopping across to Bermuda and then crossing the Atlantic. So this is the actual boat that did that crossing. So I thought I'd point that out before we go on board, because as I say, it shows that she's got some serious credentials when it comes to her capabilities, her cruising capabilities, her all-weather capabilities. As you can see, she does have a tube on the hull, and it is a steel hull as well. So bear that in mind when we walk around this boat. She does have a steel hull and an aluminium superstructure. So what we're going to do is going to board the boat via the transom door that you can see there. And again, this gives easy access into the water. So if you're lucky enough to be somewhere nice and warm and you want to take a dip into the water, you've got quick and easy access. You can also board the boat via the port side deck. As you can see, we've got a non-slip patch there on the tube and a gate that leads onto the port side deck as well. So as well as accessing the boat from the transom on the stern, you can also access the boat on the port side deck as well. I'm not sure if you can see, but if I zoom in, you can see there is another way to access the boat on the starboard side deck as well. You can see the non-slip patch on the tube there, and another access gate over there on the starboard side. We jump on board and we shall start in this spacious cockpit. Now, as you can see, the entrance into the engine room is just in there, and we'll have a look in there at the end of the video. So make sure you stay tuned, because that's something that I'm pretty sure you're not going to want to miss. But yeah, there's loads of space in here, and you feel very safe and very secure, because of course you've got a high guardrail around this cockpit that you can grab onto. So when you are out here making way through the heavy seas that you're going to be encountering on your long distance trips, you're always going to feel secure in here, because you've always got something to hang on to. Now look, if we come over to the port side, you can see this ladder takes us up to a mini flybridge up here. So if I just take a step up here and show you this position before we have a look around the upper deck. So you can see the helm station here. So we've got the throttle control levers there for the twin engines, bow and stern thruster controls there, Raymarine VHF radio just there, Raymarine autopilot there as well. And look, we've got the RPM gauges for the twin engines and start-stop switches as well. One thing I'm sure you're going to notice straight away is just how much space we have on this coach roof, and the current owners have used it pretty well because they've got these huge solar panels. These 3 solar panels help keep the batteries topped up when the vessel is at anchor, and also reduce reliance on the generator during daylight hours. It's not a full off-grid setup, but it does add useful redundancy for long-range cruising and helps take the edge off hotel loads when the engines are shut down. If I just stand here and just pan around so you can get an idea of the view that you get from this helm station up here on the fly. And some of you might also recognise the boat that is just to our starboard, Polestar, the LRC 65. I did make a video about that one as well actually, and if you want to check that out, just head to my playlist on my recent uploads and you'll see that. But anyway, yeah, what a commanding view you get up here. And of course you've got the radar arch just here, look. So we'll go back down the ladder, back into the cockpit. If I just walk aft, there we go, look, you see that radar arch up there with the static array, Doppler, Raymarine radar. That device over there on the starboard side is a radar deflector, just so it paints a bigger picture in terms of the radar echo that this would produce if it's on another ship's radar, which is very important, especially if you're going to be crossing the Atlantic. All the aerials up there as well, obviously, spotlights, LED lights up there. So yeah, very, very impressive. Right, let's center the gimbal and we'll proceed forward along the starboard side deck. Sea rail over here, guard rail, whatever you want to call it. We've got one over here, of course, to make sure that we've got something to hold on to as we walk around. But also on the aluminium superstructure, we have something else to grab onto over here as well. So again, it's all about making sure that when you are out at sea and you do happen to come out onto the upper deck, whether just to enjoy the view or put your dry suit on and take a pounding from the waves, that you've always got something to hang on to. As you can see, access door into the wheelhouse over here. If I open this up for you, I mean, this is probably locked actually. Yeah, we'll have a look in there in a minute. But yeah, really wide side decks up here as well, non-slip coating, again, very important. More stuff to grab onto, more rails there, look, so you can hold on to pretty much the superstructure at all points leading up to the bow. But yeah, check that out. Let's have a look at the windows there on the wheelhouse. Look at that. Now, no limit ships have got a reputation for building extremely rugged offshore boats, and you can really see that coming to fruition as we walk around this boat. But just look at that profile, and you can see as well as we pan around just how the sheer of this boat leads all the way up to the bow. And I'll spin around as soon as we get here to the very front end, or the bow, the pointy end, and I'll spin around and show you the profile of the boat again. Of course, over here we have the windlass for the anchor. Very straightforward setup here. And also we've got a little gate up here as well, though. So you can open that up, and I'm assuming that probably turns into a little ladder that you can use. So if you're coming onto the beach, because she has got quite a shallow draft, I'm guessing that you probably extend that ladder down so you've got easy access on and off the boat. But look, if I come and sit right on the bow and kneel down as my knees click, and just show you the profile of this boat. As you can see, we're quite high up here because of the sheer angle on this boat is very, very impressive. But let me just reset that gimbal. There we go. But look at that. I mean, this is an absolutely phenomenal boat. And the fact that she has such amazing cruising credentials, she's already proven that she can cross the Atlantic, not once, but twice. Right, let's head back down the port side deck. As I make my way down here, just want to point out, if you are looking to buy, sell, charter, or build a boat, then please make sure you get in contact with me. I have built a really good network up over the last couple of years of people who can help you out, so I can always point you in the right direction and give you some assistance wherever needed. But yeah, look at this. Right, so we'll emerge back out into the cockpit. I'm just going to spin around and just show you that view again along the port side deck.
Probably a really good time to ask you, don't forget to give the video a like, so don't forget to subscribe as well.
So as we head into the saloon, one of the first things that I noticed is, of course, this watertight door here. So if you are out in some really heavy seas and you just want to go inside and just concentrate on motoring through the big stuff, of course you can come in, shut this door, and you've got a watertight compartment in here. But yeah, look at this. So over here on the port side, L-shaped seating area. So a nice cozy place to sit down and enjoy the view whilst you're underway. Have a table there, of course, as well. Something else I want to show you is, look at this other boat here. Check that out. Imagine having that. This is obviously another one of the boats that No Limit Ships builds. I would love to get on board one of these. At the moment, I think there's only one, and it's in Vancouver. But check that out. What an absolute beast. What a beautiful, beautiful boat. Really, really nice. Anyway, back to the boat in hand. As you can see, we turn around. We've got two large windows over there. One of those can be opened up, and of course you can close the blinds on the windows as well. But we've got another 4 windows over there on the port side, and big windows up there at the helm station. And again, if we pan over to the starboard side, again, just to show you the big windows there. So lots of natural light coming in here. Here is the other watertight door that leads out onto the starboard side deck. And we've got the builder's plate there as well. Bit of eye candy there for you. But yeah, let's have a look at the helm station then, and then we'll go down into the accommodation part of the boat. So as you can see, the helm station on this boat is pretty much amidships. I'll move that seat around and then come and sit down here. Oh, that is a very comfortable seat. That is very, very comfortable. Ship's wheel here, and I love these as well. I think these should be on all boats because they make manoeuvring so much easier. Over here on the right hand side of the helm position, throttle control levers for the twin Volvo Penta engines. Controls there for the bow and the stern thruster, and of course we've got 2 multi-function displays on here as well. One over there on the right and the other one over there on the left. And another digital display panel there for the Volvo Penta engines. Now this boat does have Humphrey interceptors, and you can see the controls for that over here on the left. VHF radio over there as well. Another Raymarine display there. And there is the, well, there are controls for the Fisher Panda generator. And of course you've probably already noticed over here on the port side is where we find another seating position for your navigator. So that is a great place. This is a great place to sit down and enjoy that view as well. Over there on the brow, Pioneer CD player over there. Some more controls up there as well. But I guess if you wanted some more instrumentation up on the brow, you could easily have that done, because these boats do offer quite a high level of customization as well, which is really important. So the way that this boat has been spec'd, the layout and everything else is according to the current owner's specifications. But what a fantastic job. Just so much space in here, lots of headroom, tons and tons of natural light coming in here. And of course you've got that heritage of the commercial kind of boat building pedigree that comes with these boats as well. And you probably already noticed an EPIRB up there, very, very important. Right, let's spin around, recenter that gimbal again, because I know that the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 doesn't do it on its own, which is a bit annoying. Right, so here we have this beautiful area. L-shaped seating over here on the port side. TV over there on that bulkhead with big speakers. I love the way that's been backlit as well. You can just imagine sitting down here as you're crossing the Atlantic in the middle of the night, going up, taking in the view of the clear starlit sky, and then coming down here and just relaxing as you make your way across the Atlantic. I still cannot believe that this boat has been across the Atlantic twice. A lot of the videos that I make, I always read the comments where people ask, well, can it cross the Atlantic? Well, this boat definitely can, because it has done twice. Right, anyway, galley over here on the starboard side, 4-burner induction hob there. And of course, more storage. Now, the owner is using the boat, so again, I'm not going to invade his privacy by opening all these up, apart from the ones that I think will have a fridge behind it, like that one. Sink there. Microwave over there. But yeah, again, very, very nice area. I like the fact that you've got a connection up there to the helm position as well. So obviously you've got this walkway that leads you back up into the saloon, but also you've got that opening there. So if you need to communicate with your oppo when he's at the helm, it's very easy to do that. In here as well, we do have 2 skylights, one over there on the starboard side and another one over there on the port side. And they can be shut as well, thanks to those blinds. Let's head forward now and I'll take you into the forward cabin. First and foremost, you will notice that that is another watertight door. So when you are navigating across an ocean, for that extra peace of mind, you've got another watertight compartment in there as well, thanks to that door. Let's head in and I'll show you around. So double bed up there in the bow. Loads of cabinetry in here, so loads of places to store all your stuff. Very cosy. A decent amount of headroom in there as well, even though obviously you're not going to be able to stand up when you're walking either on the starboard or the port side of the bed. When you are actually in the bed, you've still got a lot of room, which is very, very impressive for a boat of this LOA. Lots of natural light in here again. Another skylight up there, and you can close the blind on that, of course. Over here on the port side, open up this door to reveal the shower. So have a quick pan around in there. Sink over there, porthole up there. But if I step in, we do have a decent amount of space in here. Mirror over there on that bulkhead, so chop you off a standard Royal Navy salute and say as you were. Controls over here on this bulkhead for the Webasto heater and the thermostat up there as well. On the starboard side, now when I opened this door, I knew there was going to be a head in here, but I did not expect to also see these 2 kind of mini washer dryers. That is impressive. I didn't even know you could get a washer dryer this small, but look at how that is fitted in there, making maximum use of all available space on this boat. So when you're using the head, you can also keep an eye on your laundry as well. Porthole over there, again, that can be opened up to allow some additional ventilation into this space. But yeah, it's a really, really good area, good amount of space, fantastic use of all the areas on this boat. Like I say, as you can see, there's plenty of cabinetry to stow away all of your gear, and you've got some more underneath the bed as well. I'm going to shut that door, walk back through the watertight door, and I'm going to show you the aft accommodation, and then we'll go up into the engine room via the cockpit. I like these switches as well for the lights. There they are. Not seen them before. Switches like that, very handy. Another thermostat over there. We'll descend down into this area. And as you can see over here on the port side, another twin berth. You could definitely fit 2 people in there. I could probably fit in there with my wife. So I'm going to call that a double. And look, if we just pan up here, you can see this area is still getting lots of natural light thanks to these 2 portholes as well. Again, these can be opened up, and you've got a blind up there as well. Little reading light over there on that bulkhead. Shelf up there to store whatever you want to keep up there, maybe your iPhone, and another one over here as well. And another thermostat on that bulkhead. And underneath this bed, we do have some more storage as well. Power point over there so you can plug in your laptop if you want to do some work while you're in your bed. When you're crossing the Atlantic, sometimes you have to find things to do because it can be a bit monotonous if you've ever done it before. So it's good that even when you're in your bed, you can set it up almost like a little mini office really. Okay, here is where we find the wet head. So shower over there, sink on this side, and of course the toilet. I'll step in here just to show you how much space you get. Again, plenty of space. I can stand up. I've still got about an inch above my head, so you don't feel claustrophobic in here at all. It's just such a fantastic use of space. Every inch of this boat has been dedicated to optimising the livability on board, which you can really see that coming through as we look around. So over here on the starboard side, single berth, but this one also has a porthole up there as well, so you can get some ventilation in, and of course natural light. Another reading light over there on that bulkhead with the switches for the lights, and again another shelf so you can put some stuff up there, and a little cubby hole in that bulkhead as well. Again, I'm not going to open it up just because the owner is currently on board and does have his stuff on here, and that opens up, and of course it closes as well. So if you want a bit of privacy, you can just shut that, he says. You can just shut that off. Webesto heater control up there. Yeah, very nice, very nice. But let me know what you think in the comments. Again, this is the first time I've seen this boat, so I'm pretty much kind of saying it as I see it. Come back through these doors. We'll spin around, and I'm going to come back up these steps through the saloon again. I'm going to take you down into the engine room. So we come out back into the cockpit, spin around 180 degrees and descend into the engine room. Before we go into this space, I wanted to show you this louved panel behind the boarding ladder. It serves as one of the main air intakes for the engine room, bringing fresh air into the area and helping maintain airflow across the machinery space. On a still-hold boat like this, thermal management and engine room ventilation are key for long-distance reliability. So here we are in the engine room of the No Limit 1550, and this is where you really see the thought that's gone into long-range reliability. Power comes from twin Volvo Penta D9s, 575 horsepower each. These are inline 6-cylinder diesels with the electronically controlled fuel injection, known for being solid and, more importantly, fuel efficient. You've got access to the fuel filters here, easy to inspect and of course service, plus the fire suppression system as well is within easy reach. Here we have the Victron Energy Blue power panel that handles the battery management and charging systems, and if I spin around I'll be able to show you the Fisher Panda generator, which is quiet, compact and of course fully enclosed for sound insulation as well. There's also a Bolair heating system installed which runs off diesel and keeps the boat warm even in colder cruising grounds. So everything is laid out cleanly with good access, which is exactly what you want when you're offshore and in need to get hands-on quickly. But yeah, very impressive engine room, and I'm standing here, so you do have standing headroom as you first enter the engine room, and as you make your way forward over to the fuel filters, that tapers off. But yeah, look at this. You can really again see the commercial heritage of this boat shining through. Big old tanks in here as well. You can see the shaft. There's the starboard shaft for the starboard engine, and the port shaft over there as well. At a cruising speed of 8 knots, fuel burn across both Volvo Pentas sits around 20 litres an hour. With 3,000 litres of diesel on board, that's just under 800 US gallons, you're looking at a theoretical range
of around 1300 nautical miles, assuming steady displacement speeds and good conditions. That gives you plenty of flexibility for coastal and regional passages, but this boat's been far beyond that. She's logged over 11,000 nautical miles and crossed the Atlantic twice. On her return leg, the longest open ocean stretch was from Bermuda to the Azores, which is around 1900 nautical miles, well outside the standard range. To make that passage, the crew carried extra fuel in on-deck bladders, which extended the range and gave them the endurance needed for that kind of offshore work. If you were commissioning your own No Limit 1550, you could spec larger tanks from the yard, but even the standard layout gives you the flexibility to carry supplementary fuel when needed. She also carries 1,000 litres of fresh water. That's about 264 US gallons, which is plenty for extended trips with moderate water management.
So I hope you've enjoyed having a look around this incredible boat. I've been absolutely blown away. No Limit ships, I cannot believe I've not heard of them before. But now I have. I'll be following their journey very, very closely. Of course, if you want to find out more about No Limit ships, I will leave a link to their website in the video description. I want to thank them for allowing me to come on board, and I want to thank the owner as well for allowing me to come on board, his pride and joy, and show you guys around. Let me know what you think of this boat in the comments. Please don't forget to give the video a like, especially at this stage of the video. Don't forget to subscribe as well. I've got some more incredible boats coming to the channel very soon. Be sure to check out my newsletter. I'll leave a link for that pinned in the comments and also in the video description as well. But I can't wait to go out on this boat. It's still sunny out there, so we're going to make the most of the weather. Please let me know what you think of this boat in the comments. I really cannot wait to read your feedback, especially considering the cruise that this boat has done across the Atlantic. It's just incredible. But yeah, thanks for watching. Until next time, fair winds and following seas.